way. Yep, yep.
So we'll over curl. But it does take off the guard the other way. And has opened things up. And now Sweden looking for the little run double. It's a tough shot to stick both yellows. Maybe it just needs to be a fraction high. But she's going to be a bit more than that. It's going to spill both yellows and leave one red, so it's not really what Sweden were looking for.
Yeah.
No, and quite a different end of mixed doubles from what we usually see.
Yeah, this looks more like a normal end of curling now.
I think that will be the effect that you get when you decide to peel off the guard early in the end. It'll give you more of a regular end of curling, or what you want to call it. Scotland now with corner guards, one stone in play, and with hammer. They're looking quite good if they want to score a deuce here in the second end.
So a bit deep with that draw.
Sorry.
And do believe that Loren is looking at a little hit and flop. Wants Camilla to just come down here and remove the red just next to his broom and roll a wee bit in behind the guard. Playing quite some weight at this one. And I think again she's going to be a bit high on line and just catch this on the nose. Just maybe I'll just flick that out a bit.
Good, that's good.
Yeah.
If you go there, you can just, I like that. It's normal.
We see a whole bunch of fans here in Ezurum Arena, bringing a lot of kids in to cheer on the players.
How is it? How?
Yep, yep. Yes! Hurry! Yep.
Good.
Another nose hit there from Scotland. They are still sitting too.
That's not too bad.
It's difficult to be ready.
Perrin Loren really needs to make a good one here if he wants to avoid giving up two. And it's really difficult to make these little hit and rolls when you don't have supers. Camilla calling the line. Maybe over curling this one. And does roll out of play, leaving one red in the house. That will allow Lee McClary to have an open house draw to score two.
I think maybe not this early in the game, but definitely later on there will be a big difference in the ice when you all of a sudden you're playing down the center line, because when you have that startup with a center guard and one behind the tee line, there will just be a lot of draws down the same paths from the outside and in, which will make the ice change a little bit down that path.
Last one of the second end.
Easy, easy.
Just needs to hit the paint really.
Stay with it.
Not touching it so far. Just looking at this redstone, hoping that it will settle down in time.
It's fine. Good.
And it's just going to slip to the back of the forefoot. That's enough to score 2 for Scotland. As we see Judith's father there with a big smile.
Well done.
It's fine.
Scotland 2 points, Sweden 1 after 2 ends.
And that's also Judith's mother. Very dedicated fans.
And such a happy family.
Yes, and Davy McFarlane also asked us to say a belated happy birthday to his brother Roy McFarlane. Apparently they are twins, but they haven't seen each other in a while, so happy birthday, Roy. Hope you're enjoying the game.
What do you think ice-wise? Still the same?
That's
Yeah?
it.
So it's Lee McClary now. Well, that's important first shot.
Yeah, tighter line. Yep. You're
Yes,
on the
and
guard.
elsewhere, here in Ezurum Arena,
Moving. Yep, keep it
we
moving.
have
Hard,
Latvia
hard, hard, hard. Keep it
and
moving.
Norway. Score there is 1 each.
Sorry, dude.
Canada, France,
Turn it in a bit.
1-0 in favour of Canada.
So you touch right. Just wait.
Let's
Ah,
see,
it was in the
Austria
Gadsden's leg,
got 1 against
Okay.
Spain. In the first end, score there is still 1-0. And Estonia leading Ireland 1-0 there as well, but looks like it could be a big end coming up.
So McCleary, the same thing that Noreen did in the previous end. That's crashing on the guard. And that pair finds his way around the guards. And that's a beauty by him. Blocks it on his own. It's a bit of a sigh there from Lee McCleary.
Bump.
Not
Do
too
I do
happy
that?
with the situation.
Would you want to do this?
I don't mind the bump. Even if it doesn't get it right, angle, it opens up the back. Even if it doesn't bump it straight, it's opening it up.
You can't hit it. You can't hit.
Just bump.
Tap it up.
Like 9-10.
So since there
9-10,
are
yeah.
no takeouts allowed yet in this end, Scotland will just try and bump this red guard up to be able to use it later on.
So I think you don't want to play it,
Close.
this one
Yep.
too hard.
It's bigger, it's bigger.
Yeah.
If you don't get the line, you would certainly like the
Well,
stone to stick around. She will over curl
that's fine.
and
Okay.
Right.
tap the one in, open things up. I think they're happy with that shot.
I'm just saying, even if you open that up, it's open.
We're talking about that. They did miss the shot with open things up, so it's not the worst for Scotland, and they have a usable stone on the wing too.
It's definitely, but they don't have hammer. It would have been good for them to be a little bit more down the centre line.
That's true.
So here, a draw from Camilla Johansson. She does have hammer.
Mycket Carl.
The draw to even to set 3.
Mycket Carl.
Gotta be careful. You don't want to set up a double or potential triple.
Ja, det är bra. Ja, jättebra.
Maybe just slightly deep with that one, but do think Eli's in an okay spot.
Normal.
Yeah.
Scotland now wants to hit this quite dead on to hang around with their shooter in a good position.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Lovely shot. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
Lee McCleary's loud shouting certainly works out for Scotland. Don't you feel that there's been a bit of less screaming than usual in the mixed doubles?
Yes. Well, you don't really have the same sweeping ability, and you might not even have sweepers from the start, so there's not really that big a point in shouting, I guess.
But I think volume too is the screams aren't that loud that we're used to. Not that it doesn't really matter for us, but I think maybe you don't want to be shouting too much at your spouse or girlfriend, etc. It might be that.
Are you sure?
Do that. Hit that one, Jude.
Okay.
Maybe there's just less people in the arena. You don't have to
Normal.
shout too loud to get your message across.
Same weight?
Normal. Yep, same weight.
I think the important thing is to remember that you do actually keep communicating, very much like you do in normal curling, where the player and both the sweepers and the skippers need to be very active to get the most out of each shot.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, get off. 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 Off, off, off.
Oh. Well, that works out quite well for Scotland. Judith McFarlane with a couple of good shots.
I was just thinking, I know that. I was just thinking, so who played that shot, right? We were getting rid of our back.
Jag är ingenting om vi knackar lite grann. Men här okej.
Looking for the freeze, and maybe with a little bump. Just push the red stone and the yellow one back a couple of inches.
The thing she doesn't want to do is sit on the high side here. Red line is looking wide, and going to be heavy here. He's going to slide all the way through the house. And now Scotland certainly looking a lot better than they did after the first couple of shots in this end.
You have a shot. You have a see.
Short's not a disaster. Middle of the... That's what I've been giving you for your draw shot. Do you want that
Yeah, I
one?
think so.
Is it very different communicating with a male player for you?
No, I don't think so.
Is there any difference at all being one man and one woman out there trying to communicate for girls or for guys in regular curling?
I think it's mostly about knowing each other. Like when I play with my team, we know each other so well. But then also when you play mixed or mixed doubles, you know, every time you put together a new team, there's a kind of honeymoon stage where you don't really get into conflicts and you're a little bit extra nice. And well, both of these teams have played together a lot, but it's not the regular curling that you're used to. And the mixed curling is, we've seen the teams being very nice and social with each other, and I think the whole atmosphere of it kind of makes for different communications. I don't know. What do you think, Sander?
Well, I haven't played mixed doubles too much myself, but I think just the important thing here is you need two players that are really into the game. Both players should be, know their tactics, and they should know, basically everything about curling out there. You don't want one person taking charge of everything and then the other one following. I think it's all about teamwork if you want to make the shots.
I think we're going to see some big weight being thrown down here from Pad.
Is he a good take-out player?
Yes, he told me when we were getting the microphones on that he's actually managed to break one just from sliding out very hard from the hack.
A microphone?
Yes.
Impressive. Well, certainly has a lot of weight here. Last stun of the third end. Looks to spill some reds. Just ticked all over the place. It's a bit tight.
And the question is it a steal of 2 or a steal of 3?
I do believe it's only 2. But I'm certainly looking for a bit less than that. Scotland picks up 2, and they lead the game 4 shots to 1 now over Sweden. So there was certainly enough weight on that shot, but as always in curling, line is as important. I think I just overheard Per suggesting that the Swedes change the lineup.
That's exactly what they were saying.
There.
So we might see Per Norén playing the 2nd, 3rd and 4th shot. Just to mix things up. We have seen that a couple of times so far in the championship. When things aren't going so well, you mix up the lineup.
Big line at the moment.
I think it's a good thing that you're, flexible and not. You can think a little bit outside the box maybe and get some new and creative things going. So might not be a bad idea for Sweden.
Sit down.
Good shot. Good shot.
Very nice come around there by Lee.
I think that one wanted to curl that time.
Try and get the angles working for them a little bit better here.
Yep.
They look so good after first couple of shots in the previous end, and then everything just turned around. Maybe that's why Per wants to throw the 2nd, 3rd and 4th shot, maybe not feeling that Camilla is pulling off the shots quite good enough.
So again, Scotland now looking to really put some pressure on Sweden. They can get another red one here in front of the tee line.
Sweet.
Right in there.
Yep.
Right in there.
Line. It's on the guard. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
So Judith will
Okay,
over curl here and catch the guard.
Sorry, it's a bit heavy.
I don't know if you're a bit set it in or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you set it in because there's only that much less size.
See here the coach of the Swedish team,
Okay.
Lars Berg.
Ended up alright.
He's looking a little bit troubled at the moment,
Show them the right side anyway.
but not to worry. There is a come around available for Sweden.
Easy and such swingy ice to come through there either. I'm just going to go up as soon as our time's ticking.
Yeah.
Needs to curl.
Doesn't seem like it's going to curl enough. Catcher on yellow. It's Scotland's still line shot.
I'm tempted to sit there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's fine there as well.
Okay. I think just give me plenty.
I'll give you a bit more, yeah.
Judith McFarlane started playing curling at a very young age. She's 29 now, playing since '92, so that would be 20 years.
Room this time.
So that would be her starting up playing curling at 9.
It's 8.
Whoa.
Maybe better taking it past. We split.
Leave it, leave it,
Split.
leave it.
So we'll play this
Yep.
game
Yep.
for a long time. Judith,
Hard, 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 hard.
as you see her maybe
Right
coming
back,
up
Right back, right back, right back, right
a
back.
bit too much weight,
That's good.
but good call by Lee McAlery to
Better than it was.
just bring that one
It's
back.
a bit heavy, yeah.
Take a look at Scott Henderson, head ice maker.
Yep, I think he's happy with the ice. He's fast and got lots of swing.
Yeah, I think all the players are happy too with the ice.
Is it's a little bit different. They use smaller pebble, or what would you call it, Sander? Because with mixed doubles curling and there not being that many sweepers, it doesn't tear down the pebble as much.
Is that what he said?
Yes.
That's what I was contemplating earlier, yesterday, that they might be using smaller pebble because, as you said, they don't break down the pebble as much. As we take a look at a brilliant shot here by Per Noren. That was the kind of execution he was looking for with the last shot of in the previous end.
Is
But
there much of a gap?
absolutely perfect shot.
No.
Runs it back, set shot
It's only that.
on top of
good.
the red.
Okay.
Tomas, if you notice it, it's okay. Or just inside. You lose one.
Okay.
That's good.
Didn't look too happy with it though.
It's normal.
Okay.
Is that because they're trailing by 3?
Might be. But as we said, Sander, it's mixed doubles curling. There's a lot of stones and a lot of things can happen, and we've seen some big ends.
Yeah, just as I take a look at it now in the arena, you see 3s and 4s all over. So I think you might see a 3 and a 4 more often than a 1 almost in mixed doubles.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, yep, hard! Jesus. I just
That one
went to the
just
end.
broke very fast.
Yeah,
Is there something that just looked like it totally lost?
Just went to the end, dude.
maybe just picked up some debris out at the end.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
looking
it
good.
jump.
Well, that's a factor too, though. You want to have those sweepers to keep the ice clean, so you might have more pickups. But again, you have less people out there on the ice, so maybe less debris. I don't know. Haven't really seen any pickups so far. But I think I'm going to keep the ice a bit extra clean and nice for the mixed doubles. So Sweden lying 1.
With a draw to sit 2. Most important
Sorry,
thing
Ollie,
here
right?
is not to set up
It's okay.
a double.
It's fine.
Going from the heavy weight run back to the delicate draw.
High risk.
Per Noren also been curling for quite a while. Started in 1979.
Go for it. Go hard, 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 hard. Go hard, real hard, real hard, real hard.
But that doesn't help him in right now as he slips to the back of the rings.
Yeah, quite like that.
Just off noon, right?
Yep. Yeah, okay.
Just off nose?
Yep.
I'll come out to sweep.
Wee fraction more, just normal way, yeah?
You just play normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So last stone for Scotland in this end, Lee McCleary. Looking for a hit.
Off. 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 Off.
And
Nice
does
shot.
remove both halos. Excellent shot by Lee McCleary.
Next shot.
Absolutely beautiful to do that without any sweepers.
Didn't draw much.
Yes, definitely. And this
No.
leaves
Well, I thought actually when you let it go, I was like,
Sweden
oh,
to draw for one.
And then you were saying no, no, no. So did it just did it go straight?
Yeah.
Your weight was maybe up a wee bit. This is the last one, eh?
Yep.
Good. Fourth end. Ready to sweep this one too? Get the chance.
You talk too much, dude.
Last stone of the fourth end. Camilla Johansson needs to find the forefoot here to score one.
Här, gå själv. Inte röra. Inte röra.
You gonna shot this?
Go, 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 go. Go hard.
Inte röra.
Go hard at it.
Nej, säger jag.
No.
Good shot.
Nice shot.
And no worries at all. It's a score of one for Sweden.
So Scotland leads the game 4 shots to 2 after 4 ends.
So that's half of the game played. We're going to take a short break and we'll be with you soon.
That's good.
Welcome back to the World Mixed Double Championship here in Erzurum, Turkey. We are covering the game between Scotland and Sweden, where their score is Scotland 4, Sweden 2 after 4 ends. Here we see Camilla Johansson starting off the second half of this game. And elsewhere in Ezurum curling arena, Estonia is leading Ireland 8 shots to 1. Austria, Spain 3-3. Canada is leading France 4 shots to 2. And Latvia, Norway is 4 each. If you have any questions for me, Sarah Carlson, or my lovely colleague Sander Rolvåg, please post them on Facebook at the World Curling Federation site, or on Twitter. Use, let's see, hashtag WMDCC2012. And Sander has a lot of wisdom, so he will give you the answers.
Line's good. Where is it?
As Sweden
We need a wee bit.
Rex on the guard, and here is Scotland's Lee McCleary
Swap handle.
with a draw around to
Up now.
make an attempt at the freeze of their own.
Oh. Oh.
Shot.
You got the kipper.
Nicely played there. Would you maybe have liked to see that maybe in the top 8 foot, Sander? Would that make a difference?
Yeah, a bit more difficult for Sweden, obviously. Now this one is all the way down there.
Eller träffa mitt på då. Alltså bara dragning mitt på.
Sweden can just play a tap here and sit frozen onto the red. So yeah, I'd probably like to see that behind the house. As this centre guard is not really protecting those reds at the moment.
Here is Sweden's Per Norén. Both teams out there are couples. They know each other very well. And I'd say it's been a very good game so far. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's probably the best game we've seen so far. Good shot makers out there. They've more or less found their draw weight quite early
Just
on.
play there. You need to just touch that back to there.
We also seen
Like
some amazing shots.
Just that way.
A couple of great ones.
Instead of that, you can do this if you want.
Sweden would have loved to get a little
Yeah,
bit
like
more
it.
curl with that one. Scotland now looking to
Even 7's good. That's quite good there.
push this back just a little bit, or just sit on the inside
7, 8, 9.
frozen. That would leave them lined up in good angles. Judith McFarlane
Room. Room.
from Stirling
Where?
in Scotland.
9,
Whoa.
8,
Whoa.
9,
Whoa. Whoa. It's coming now.
8.
Lay off. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
I'll be going to Stirling for my birthday
That's good.
this year, actually.
Nice shot.
So just like the year before, always go to Stirling to play Logan Gray's skins tournament.
Well, that's a good way to celebrate your birthday, Sander.
Logan Gray, also a fellow commentator for the World Curling Federation. Does host this skins tournament at the Peak in Stirling. Very nice facility for sport. I do believe they have swimming and basketball and lots of other sports out there. And curling, obviously. Nice curling rink.
And Per Norén wants to find the hole here and lock another freeze onto the reds. Looks like he's tight with this one.
Yeah, really working hard to even come close. Gonna over curl by a mile.
Fan hände med den där då?
Maybe that was a different path for the Swedes. We talked about this, how they more or less play the same path all the time because they're only drawing to to the centre. This time just a bit less ice. Maybe caught some fresh pebble.
Yeah, I think I heard Per and Camilla talking about the ice before the game, and they said if you only just move the brush a couple of inches in, then you'll find a completely different curl. And again, this is due to the fact that there are two paths that are used so much more than the others. So the players just really need to get a hold of that and what the ice does.
Nice shot, Jude.
Beautiful shot there by Judith. Scotland now sitting 4.
And remember that Scotland do have the hammer too, so Sweden in a bit of a mess here. There are only 2 shots to go.
Kan jag ha den här bakom?
Ja.
Kan jag ha passen här?
So what's the call here, Sarah?
Gonna run back the yellow. We saw Per make an absolute terrific run back in the last end, so can he do it again? To sit on the button and maybe spill 2 reds.
Certainly needs to remove something red. And be nice to stick the guard there as well. Lots of weight from the Swede. That's a pretty good attempt, I would say.
Sits for a second shot, I believe.
Yeah, but I think it might just been might just popped out on the left-hand side of our screen here.
It's definitely reachable for Scotland.
I still gotta say that was a pretty good attempt by Per Norén.
Just want to play.
Such huge weight.
Hack.
Okay.
That's good.
But does only remove the 1 red.
Just hack.
Yes, it is pretty frustrating when you make a run back as good as that and you still leave your opposition with a shot to sit 4.
Still gonna make this one though. Judith McFarlane.
Yes, we're going to see Hack wait to try and curl in behind the guard, remove the yellow and still sitting behind cover.
Yep. Yep.
Slide.
I've seen them play mostly draws or takeouts. So playing just this different speed might be a bit more difficult. She's gonna raise this yellow one back into a 3rd shot position. Terrible miss by Judith.
Yes, I believe she won't be happy with that one. So now just having a look to see who is actually sitting shot rock.
Hon spelar en normal chop. Hon kan inte få bort bägge de där. Normal chop på den här.
So Sweden want to just play normal nose hit on the reds, which would leave them sitting shot.
Alltså bara träffa den så.
Ja. Vet inte om jag ser hela.
Nej, men alltså. Spela normal då.
Just gotta come as close to nose as possible for this one. If you do hit it a bit high, you might spill that 1 red, the first red one to the right, and that might be lying shot after.
No, Camilla to be a very accurate takeout player as well. This time with no sweeper and pressure shot here.
No, you don't hear anything. That's seldom a good thing.
Hits it a little bit too thin.
Got that there, yeah.
So the red one will spill in, and
Don't know
Scotland
if that'll-
sits
Well,
one.
it doesn't matter if it jams in there because that'll count anyway.
Yeah, I think so. I think you just have to know that, eh?
Yeah?
So looking at a double,
Do you think so?
the jam might be on.
Even
But they're just
even
talking
if
about-
it jams on that, you're going to be line 1-2.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even if they jam at the back, they might they'll be lying in 1 and 2.
It's normal, yeah. It's just a nose hit.
Normally.
And with that scoring, maybe 2. So playing the double. I guess they're hoping to score more than 2. If not, they could just play the plain in turn draw
I'll
through
give
the
you a
gap
wee bit
there.
less.
There is definitely
That okay?
Yeah,
an
that's fine.
opportunity. They could
It's normal.
even manage to score 4 if they get the perfect hit here.
Well, let's see. He's made a couple of good ones so far. Lee McCleary. Now with the last stone of the 5th.
Yep. Whoa.
Looking to score at least 2. Let's see how close he is with this one.
Shot.
It's pretty close, but
It's still 2. It's fine.
I
2.
not sure how much better you can do it with that.
No, that
Had
was
to
a very nice attempt.
Had to catch that second one so thin to get more than 2, but it is only 2, and Scotland, they will lead this game 6 shots to 2 over Sweden after 5 ends. So that's Scotland 6, Sweden 2.
A hand. Yeah.
We'll have to wait.
So just
We
waiting
just go?
for that 1 minute clock to run out, I think. Always 1 minute between ends. And usually you have to wait for your own clock to start before you can play it.
Close line. Yep.
What do you think it would take for Sweden to get back in this game, Sander?
I think you have to hope for a couple of misses from Scotland because they're playing pretty good. But they also have to make a bit more shots themselves.
A bit tight.
They've been missing a couple of key shots, I think. They've been playing quite well, just the key shots aren't there.
Yes, I think you're absolutely right. We've seen quite a high standard of curling, but the misses that have been quite bad.
They've had the chances, Sweden, but kind of wrecked it all at the end of the ends. Just not really capitalising on their setup.
So really important now not to get
Fortsätt hela vägen.
stressed or wind up and just maybe start talking a lot about what you want to play, how you want to play it, what are your different options. And just trying to get a few more stones, 100%, or at least miss it in a way that means that you can use
Wanna
it
go that
later.
way?
Yeah?
It's good
I like
there.
that.
Well, Camilla reckon on the guard here isn't really going to help Sweden.
6.
Yeah.
Scotland
bit
with a
more
chance
ice.
to draw
Okay.
another win into the forfeit.
Yep. Rim. Yep. Hard line. Yep. Take
And
it.
she's going to over curl and just tap the guard in instead.
That's fine. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit more ice. It's pretty good.
So we've seen a few stones break quite heavily and just not wrecking on the guard, but actually chapping the guards. So it seems like the players out there might be caught by the ice a couple of times.
I think if you don't, the ice that you get at these championships, they are a little bit different, and if you're not used to playing at them, it might mean that you're going to need to change your technique around a little bit and make sure that you've got a good positive release, and maybe if you're a little bit soft, then the stones will break.
Yeah, often on straight ice you won't really be punished for a soft release, but certainly here if you are a bit soft, stone might just go wild.
Pernorian instead wrecks on the wide guard.
Want to tap that back?
Yeah? Yep,
Yeah?
I like that. Just 7?
I have to be quite tight to that yellow.
Uh-huh.
So Sweden not being able to apply any pressure
7.
on Scotland.
7.
Scotland's really just having an easy job playing the simple shots, and usually been playing them well. And Judith will just want to get past the guard and tap her own stone back.
Hard! Hard! Quick!
Looking pretty close.
Right up, Jude! Hard!
Just got to keep the line.
Whoa, whoa. Yep, yep, yep! Whoa.
Absolute beauty
Nice shot.
by Judith McFarlane. Perfect weight control, perfect line. And that's dead frozen onto Sweden's shot at the back of the forefoot.
I knew it wasn't heavy weight anyway.
Could you play that any better?
Nope. If you picked it up and lifted and couldn't just put it where you wanted it, that would be the spot.
Normal då bara.
Really nice shot by Judith. And now the bailout shot by Sweden. Looking for a run back. Pernorian has made a couple of good ones so far. Very accurate with the peels, and really can throw some weight at these shots too, but this time maybe a bit more controlled. Slightly more control anyway. She just hit it in the right spot, but it's going to over curl and doesn't even get lucky with anything there. Maybe he's better off playing the high hard ones.
Maybe
I think so.
Sweden are in big trouble now.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
What, 4 or 3?
even 2 is fine.
Okay.
3.
Yeah, I think you need to give me more though.
Okay. Not too much. You're covering. Once across the line.
I think we're seeing some great communication example here from Scotland. Maybe this is what we need from Sweden as well.
Whoa.
Line only.
That's the job.
We're talking about where the ice is and the player giving their input and about weight and stone placement and everything. I think it really helps. Although this will come down a little bit fast. Still get a good result though.
Well, the Scotland side has actually played a mixed doubles tournament earlier this year. They played the Hungarian Mixed Doubles Cup 2012 and did end up winning that one. So might have found their form there.
Ja, du kan ju inte träffa dem för tunt.
Didn't know there were too many mixed doubles tournaments out there open for all nations.
Spelar han här handen?
No, but there are a couple, and even in the arena where Judith worked for a long time in Braehead, they've got a mixed doubles open.
Probably not a bad idea to go and play a mixed doubles tournament before you go to the Worlds to get some experience.
No, definitely not. and also get to play against some teams from other countries and just really get used to what you're going to be experiencing when you arrive on the world stage.
Because I think most teams out here, they've just been playing their coaches and a couple of teammates. So just playing a couple of real games might be the key to success. As we see Per Noren not quite making that shot. Wanted to be a bit high to make contact with the stones and the 1 foot.
The thing is, if you go slightly high and you sit there and you bump that back, it's just a disaster. Just guard it, Jude. Just guard it. Guard the yellow.
Yep.
Because what they're going to do with the red.
Well, the red's going on to that, eh?
Yeah, just guard the yellow.
Sure. You gave me about that.
That's fine.
I think that.
So Scotland's not going to be too fancy. Just put up the guard.
Yeah.
It's going to guard that yellow stone just played by Per Noren. So he won't be able to run that back. Not too worried with Sweden running back a red stone.
No, I wouldn't even try to run back a red stone. If I was Sweden, that would mean they could lose 3.
Is there any hope for Sweden in this end?
I would like to say yes, but I think we might be looking at a steal of 1 for Scotland.
Good. Good.
First, we just have to see if this guard by Lee McCleary ends up in the right spot.
Leave it.
Is it okay?
Sit. It's fine. Good.
Seems to be pretty good there by Lee McCleary. And not sure if Sweden has a shot here at all. I think they might just throw it away. And they're not going to even throw their last stone.
So another steal for Scotland.
Yeah. Camilla.
Okay.
That's something we've seen earlier. Not throwing the last stone. Something I haven't seen too many times in the regular curling. I do think it does happen quite sometimes here.
Do the stone.
With all these stones in the forfeit.
Yeah, there are definitely situations where you can only make things worse, and then
It has to pass the back
there's no
line.
real point in playing that stone.
One red, yeah.
So after 6 ends, the score is Scotland 7, Sweden 2.
And I know we have a lot of stones in mixed doubles curling, but certainly Sweden trailing by 5, only 2 ends to play. It's going to look quite difficult for them.
I'm ready.
Is it okay?
But nothing's impossible, especially not in mixed doubles curling, so they can just get really aggressive and get a couple of good draws in here. Could be a possibility of scoring 3. But of course I am Swedish, so I might be a little bit biased.
Yep. 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 Hard. Come on, real hard. Come on, really hard.
Just gets by the guard there, Lee. A little over curl slightly.
I think we've seen this setup before.
Yeah, that's happened a couple of times.
Last time Sweden wrecked on the guard. Let's hope she gets around it this time with a nice freeze.
Yep, just want a corner freeze onto that redstone, just played by Lee McCleary.
Yep.
But she'll wreck on the guard again. Now, seem to be a bit short of pace, but she's been wrecking on the guards a couple of times now. Do you think she just needs a bit more ice, or is it just a release that's the problem? Or is weight the main factor?
I think in this case it's probably the weight. But I would like to see them talk about it. The fact that she has wrecked on the guard a couple of times. Just maybe ask the questions, okay, make sure that you put enough weight on this, or do you want more ice?
5.
Yep.
6.
Just so that you know and you can get in your mind exactly what you're going to do, rather than maybe having uncertain thoughts in the hack.
Yeah, certainly don't want to put yourself into self-destruct mode.
5. 9.
You need to be talking about things. Can't stop communicating, and things aren't going the way they should be. So maybe Sweden just kind of been giving up a little bit. But it's always fun making a curling shot though, so you know, should hang in there.
And it's always fun curling. Would you agree?
Well.
So that was an opportunity here there for Sweden when Scotland came a little bit deep, but Pernarain seems to follow and be even deeper. Maybe coming out a little bit wider on the sheet to find some fresh ice.
Still out there. Where this time? Looks right in again. Hurry off, Jude. Hurry off. Whoa. Ah.
Do you think they did just find the faster path?
It might have been saying 3 draws heavy down that path now, but I don't believe he should have changed that much. Been playing this path more or less all game.
So second attempt here for Per. Find the draw weight behind this guard. Sweden really need to try and score at least 2. Prefer to score 3. Still even have a chance to be in the game.
Again, a bit heavy, and Scotland couldn't come down with a perfect freeze. Sweden's not looking too good again in this end. Judith McFarlane trying to kill all hope for Sweden.
Tighter line this time. Close. Yep. 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 Hard. Quick. Hard.
Oh, and she will wreck on the guard instead.
Okay, Jude. It's okay.
Still with that curl. It's not an easy draw.
Yep, I think Sweden would be looking at maybe moving that redstone in the 1 foot. Really needs to score at least 3 in this end, I think. So they're going to try and come through the gap. Looks really difficult.
Yeah, with the big curl, they might still have the shot down the out-turn side to actually tap that red one back. Do you think so?
I don't know. I've got to come to the inside. Looks quite difficult. But I do think this shot quite difficult as well. I'm not sure if he's trying to come to the red or if it's just a plain draw to the
I think he wants
the button.
to
Han är lite lång.
tap this.
That seems more reasonable.
Oh,
Oh, what a
beauty.
shot! Fantastic by Per Norén. Jesus.
Sweden are sitting 3.
That was the shot I was hoping for. And he's made it just absolutely perfect. To make that shot without any sweepers,
Yeah.
I know that's
to make that shot all alone, very impressive.
I think so as well. Yeah.
So, a bit of excitement maybe.
there's a tap.
Still to go.
Because that's jamming there. It's not going to. It's going to beat that one. This one's going to stay. This one probably not that way.
if they play the hit.
Just draw. Just draw. Even if you cap it off. Doesn't matter if you lose at 3 at this stage. To be honest with you. Still just keep
Scotland
down.
going to see if they can find the pin. This is dangerous. It could leave Sweden a shot for 4. Could also put them in a lot of pressure if he makes it perfect.
So, coming down here with the out-turn draw.
Pause. Yep. Yes.
Just same spot we saw Judith McFarlane over curl on a hack weight shot. Does get quite a lot of bend coming out here, and this again just going to over curl, catch the guard.
Oh, sorry.
Haven't really figured out that spot.
No, and Sweden now back in the game and they could
Jag tror man ska hålla han på
can
foten
even
hela
score
tiden.
4.
Ja,
Släppa han på slutet.
vi har ju som sagt ryggen också.
Det är den där vi ska förbi.
Ja.
So this game just got exciting.
Oh yes, this is what mixed doubles is all about.
Excitement.
Yes. So, golden opportunity now for Sweden. So the last stone of the 7th end. Camilla Johansson looking to score 4
Ingenting. Ingenting.
and bring Sweden right back in it.
Inte röra. Inte röra. Var med nu.
Oh, needs to
Nej,
find
inte
some
röra.
curl.
Inte röra.
Does need the backing here. Will it curl enough? I think it just has.
Yeah.
And if they all agree, that's a score of 4. So all of a sudden, this game got a bit more interesting. Scotland, though, still leading by the one shot, 7-6 in favour of Scotland after 7 ends. 1 end more to go. Did you see that coming, Sarah?
Yes. Of course it did.
Always psychic, Sarah. Sees everything.
Always very optimistic. So if you want to know about the other scores, Estonia saw off Ireland 13-1. Spain is leading Australia 7 shots to 3. And on sheet D, there's Canada 6, France 3. Latvia and Norway still battling their 5 shots each, coming down the 7th end. And back in our feature game, we've got Sweden and Scotland fighting for the win. Scotland 1 point up, and they do have Hammer coming home the 8th end.
Is there any chance that Scotland can have played a more defensive end on the 7th to, you know, limit the score? Obviously, if you give up 2, no problem. 3 even is okay, but 4 is a bit of a stretch. It does allow Sweden to, you know, have a chance here.
Yes, in the last end it was all of those draws that just ended up too long.
We haven't really seen too many defensive ends mixed doubles, but certainly if you're in the lead by quite the margin, you might be looking at removing a couple of stones.
Yeah, even once you get the chance to hit, just go for peeling off the guards and leave yourself with an opportunity. Not get too messy.
But certainly the easiest way to win is probably make your shots.
Again, you're so wise.
Stay with it.
This one looks a
Stay
little
with
bit
it.
hot.
Stay with it.
But a nice curl here.
No. Nice shot.
Really good shot by
Shot.
Lee McCleary. So, good start to the end. And we saw Sweden swapping lineup once again, even after scoring the 4. Any reason for that, do you think?
I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they just felt like this is what's going to give them the win.
I think maybe just Padden Moran wants to throw the last one of the last end.
Maybe he does.
Maybe he fancies the pressure a bit more than Camilla.
I drop on her.
That might be it, but then again, Camilla normally does play
then.
skip in last stone, so I think they both know what it feels like.
To be honest, you don't want to do. You're better doing that.
Yep.
You don't want to do that as such. Yeah, go for that. Go for the yellow. If you catch that yellow there, it's fine.
Okay.
Want to go across the face of it, Jude?
Sorry?
Is that any good? It's going to leave some. Well, you could do that.
Yeah.
Quite like that. Why do that? I think the yellow's actually across that way's better. No?
I don't think they can then hit those reds though.
Doesn't matter as the house is open.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay.
So Scotland just discussing a bit back and forth, but now deciding to play a double peel. Most importantly, I think, is just to get off the guard, but you want to even catch that yellow at the top.
So I think this is wise, just like we said in the last end, especially now they do have Hammer and they just need to make sure that they don't give Sweden a steal, and those centre guards is definitely what's helping Sweden the most, so taking them off here is a good choice.
Yeah, if you can keep the centre line open, and forfeit open, just leave yourself a shot. That'd probably be the best. As you see Judith my front. Quite unlucky
Här kan vi i och för sig lägga en.
Not to even move that center guard, just slightly ticks off it.
So Sweden now gonna place another one.
Sweden looking for a steal. If Sweden does steal win, we'll have an extra end.
Det är nog snarare dit.
Japp! Hur lång är den?
Nej, nu är den kortare.
Japp!
Haken.
Japp! Japp!
Big Carl here.
Nej, bra.
I think that works out quite well.
Jag trodde de
Ja.
var dit.
Nej, men jag tänkte...
Angles for a double peel isn't
Rundningen dit
the
är...
easiest.
SWE.
If you're just a bit too high here, you jam on and leave a center guard. If you curl a bit too much, you leave your shooter in front. So big weight could be necessary here. Judith. No, it does hit it in the right spot. But I think just need a bit more weight to spell them both.
Yeah, gets rid of one. Sweden still with 2 guards and shot stone. Will they be able to steal this 8th end and force Scotland to an extra after being down by 5? There is a possibility. Camilla here now with the out turn.
Bara stanna.
Just looking to
Bara
give
stanna.
some more
Den är
protection
jättebra
for the
Leon,
shot
men
stone in the
bara
house.
stanna. Lite sönder där.
Does slide a bit too far.
SWE, Jude.
Straight.
Yellow.
Nose hit.
Yeah. If you catch the other one, it's okay.
Sorry.
Scotland now
catch
with a
that one,
chance
it's
to
okay as
remove
well.
the
Okay.
yellow shot stone.
It's normal.
If they
Yeah,
can
normal.
run this yellow back.
Whoa.
Will she curl enough here to make contact? No.
Okay, it's fine.
They really wanted to wiggle things around there. And has left the same shot for Sweden if they would like to guard again.
Ja, de kan ju komma en här och peta alltså. Smiter de den? Vi måste prova lägga en här.
Ja. Vill du gå här eller vill du?
Nej, jag går här.
So we will see the same guard by Sweden.
Yes, this time just wanting it a little bit higher to make sure that they don't leave a run back or a come around tap for Scotland.
So this would be the last shot for Sweden on this end. Noren looking to put up a guard. So anywhere just a couple of feet off the center line would be fine. But does need to get over the hog line.
Kom igen.
And maybe has left with too much space. Well,
Don't really think there's a gap there, Sander, do you?
I might think there's a gap, but not sure if you can see anything of that red. I think you might be playing the double run back here on the yellows.
See if you can see anything from the other end.
You can see.
That's a shot all day. But it's not an easy one.
There's nothing off this hand, is there?
There's a danger of losing a 2 if you do that.
Not this. Is there?
You catch that.
Well, it might be.
I just caught that across there.
Don't think that
Just thinking
angle run back
that could end up just, you know, if
is
you
an
catch
easy
that wrong
shot.
Angle, that one goes and that one ends up beating it.
Judith
That one beats it.
a bit afraid of giving up 2 playing that angle.
I don't really like it.
I don't think there's a shot through there though.
I think the best shot's the double run, don't you think, Sarah?
I would agree, Sander. I think they are afraid of maybe finding a way of spilling
They might
both
be,
reds,
actually.
though, if they hit it wrong.
You just
Yeah,
missed that.
certainly wouldn't like to run a yellow one back, but with those angles, it doesn't really seem that you would
Playing the
be giving
yellow
up
up
to.
to
it.
Yeah. Because you're never going to get it at the wrong angle if you catch the red, are you?
No, that's true.
It's just a thought.
I see what I can see up there, eh?
Yeah.
It's a bigger hole.
So Lee McLary wants to have a look from the hack and see.
Do the yellow. Do the yellow.
Yellow?
So I think they're going to run back the guard just played by Parnoren.
It's not an easy angle, but it's there.
Yellow, Jude.
Okay. It's just off nose and no more, eh?
Yeah.
A really difficult shot. I think it's just there. Would be absolutely incredible if you could have made this one. Last stone of the 8th.
Yep.
Lee McCleary
Yeah!
looking for a very difficult angle raise. But just going to curl a bit too much, and it's a steal for Sweden. And we head into an extra end.
One yellow? Okay.
It's really hard to see that coming just 3 ends ago. But here we are. Scotland 7, Sweden 7 after 8 ends. We will go to an extra.
Yeah, both teams will have a short break before the extra end.
Jude.
Really have to say, I was kind of giving up on that game, to be honest, after 6. But then Sweden scoring 4 in the 7th gave me just a glimmer of hope, and now they've stolen one, and we'll be able to see a bit more of this game.
See there just the importance of making that perfect freeze with your first. It's what's given Sweden the steal and the extra.
Noren will start off this extra end.
Yep.
This could be a game winner right here. Just his first shot, but he's going to pull off short. Way short there. Not a good attempt by Parnoren. But Scotland not allowed to remove any stones yet, so You want to put the stone in front of the tee line. Just top of the floor. Anywhere but before the tee line, really.
Yes. So important not to be deep with this. That would
This line.
Yes,
give
yes.
Sweden a massive opportunity.
This line.
Really hard. Whoa.
Just gets by the guard. It's a bit heavy. Does tap his own stone back, but does leave the shooter, well, mostly in front of the tee line. So it's not bad, but I think you would have liked to see him pulling up a bit short there. Now he's got a couple of stones, well, one stone in the back, and Sweden being able to freeze onto the stone here on the tee line.
Kalla massor. Låt han gå.
So we'll see if Camilla finds the line and the weight here. Does need to curl.
Ja, det är bra.
See, you go.
And that one too, just
You can rip
a
guards
little
off if you
bit
want.
too heavy.
Maybe not a bad
What would
call.
you do there?
If we go there, if you leave it slightly higher, we're leaving them a double. If we sit there, they come in and sit on us, eh?
Yeah, I know. Oh, you'd want to go there, to be honest with you. But what are you thinking?
I'm not really thinking anything, to be honest.
Well, you got to play the double guard. There's no point leaving
I
the guard
know.
on for him.
I know. They're quite close as well.
Scottish family right there. Pretty nervous at the moment, don't you think?
Catch half stone.
Yeah, I think they were smiling quite a bit more just a couple ends ago. And now they're certainly a bit worried.
Do you like to see the draw here or peeling the guards?
Okay.
Well, I like the peel. Just peel it off.
It's normal?
Get the double.
Yeah, normal.
You open things up. Sweden's
Oh, Jude, just play straight weight.
stone is in the back of the tee, so I think they'll have their chances to score the win. After all, do have hammer. So maybe just a bit wide here.
Yep. Yep.
Ooh, but does catch and curl.
Oh, roller edge.
Does spill both guards
Nice shot.
and does roll a bit away from the center line, so a good shot by Judith.
Yeah, that's not a bad result. And on sheet E, we just saw Latvia beat Norway in a tight game.
Det blir bra linje, bara stanna. Bara stanna.
Sweden now needs to replace the center guard if they want to have a
Bra där Camilla.
shot at stealing the
Jättebra.
extra hand and the game.
Yeah,
Don't know,
it's just it's so
you said
swingy. I don't know what else you do though.
Would
I
you
think
wanna hit
that's a
this?
shot. No, I like that. I like.
Huh?
Maybe I'm being a bit negative, but I'm thinking if we play the hit, I mean, it's so swingy. If we caught our own red that's lying shot, we're really screwing ourselves. So I'm wondering whether just to go through. Eh?
Okay, just come through then. Just come through. If you're off that sitting, yeah, just try and draw through there.
That's good. Right there's good.
Even if it guards, it's not bad, eh?
Yeah. Okay.
So Scotland's gone away from the offensive tactics. No, from the defensive tactics over to something a bit more, you know.
Offensive?
Yes.
We need a wee bit more.
It's quite a long guard, mind. You've got to cross that line up there.
So you want me to play 3?
3, 4.
3, 4.
Is now choosing to protect their shot zone.
Yeah, well, knowing that Sweden only has 2 shots to go at, they think this is the better call. Just to complicate things for Sweden.
Close.
The Erlang shot.
Close.
They got a couple of guards up there already.
Close. Close.
They get through this
Close.
gap in line front.
Hard.
Certainly
So
would make things difficult
Where?
for Sweden.
5, 6.
7. Right off. Whoa, stay there.
Gonna come all the way down to the forfeit.
Nice shot. Good. Good fight. Okay.
Probably not too bad.
It's a tough draw in there, like.
So Sweden just gonna try and follow. Don't want to curl quite as much as Scotland did. If you do curl and tap this a little bit, they could still give themselves an opportunity to make something with their last. Needs to curl though.
They will not. So I think we'll see Scotland play a draw again.
Lite grann.
But now it's going to be very difficult for Sweden.
You don't go there and you list the triple.
Yep.
That's quite good there. That's
I think
like
if
that.
Scotland could just put this
You've
stone
only got one stone left
in
after
front of
that.
the house
Even
Yeah.
there's okay, eh?
Yeah,
to the
it's good.
left of the
I don't mind.
centre line anywhere, they'll be
Okay, that's the shot.
looking pretty good for the win.
Yeah, he's only got one stone left.
Yeah. We don't want to play that now, do we?
No.
That's fine.
This way you want to be, Jude. Just there.
Okay. Just give me plenty ice.
Yeah. Takes a wee while, mind.
I still think a wee bit more, eh?
Over and up. Just over and up. Over and up.
So maybe over curling here.
Oh.
As
Alright,
it
Jude,
settle
that's
down
fine.
time.
Pin is there for Sweden.
It's got to
Yeah.
couple holes.
Do you want to just tap the shot a little bit, or do you want to draw the
Ska ju vara hit.
just draw the pin?
Så han ligger kant till kant.
Is it possible tapping?
I think so. It's not an easy shot, that's for sure, but it's there. I think you want to aim for the pin, and if you tap a little bit, then you tap.
Yeah, just probably just
You
Clean
don't want to
pin
roll
draw.
off.
maybe just a little nudge off the red. Anyway, just have to be lying shot after this. So tough shot for Per Noren. gonna pretty much be there, or else this game is over.
Har du fart på orka styra?
Ja då, den är dit, men
Behöver kalla.
He's looking a bit heavy on this one, and not really close, is it? It's a shake out over the hands.
That's the game. Thank you.
Scotland were lying 5 up, but I gave away a 4 and then a steal. But in the end, does pick up the win after this extra end. Don't have to play their last stone. So quite the interesting game, after all.
Yes, I think maybe the most exciting one so far.
It's probably a pretty good game. Solid, good shots overall. But it is Scotland that picks up the win. Lee McCleary and Judith McFarlane. And that's pretty much it for this draw. You see the scoreboard. Other way, in the other games out here, you saw Estonia win over Ireland. Spain beat Austria, 8 shots to 4.
Australia.
Australia, sorry. And you saw Canada beating France, Latvia beating Norway.
Join us again at 9 o'clock local time when we will see Hungary playing Korea. That's it. Thank you for watching.
Hopefully you'll join us next time for the Hungary-Korea match.